Okay, this last video is going to show you how to do the mixed numbers with the calculator. So you're allowed to do this in this class. You can use the calculator for the mixed numbers. This video will show you numbers 5, 6, 15, and 16 on the review handout. So I'm going to write down the directions too, as well as show you. So this is number 5, and I want to put each of these in the calculator. So I'm looking here. Let's see if I can get it better. It says n over d. So I want to go second, which is the green button, n over d. That's just like a fraction, numerator over denominator, n over d. Okay, and look what comes up, mixed number. So we're going to fill in with our first mixed number. So let me write this down. You're going to go second, n over d, and then this is going to come up, and put in the mixed number. Okay, and follow the arrows. Okay, so we're going to put in 2 and 2/5. We're going to put in 2 and 2/5. Okay, so get that. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to hit 2, an arrow is going to come up. Follow that arrow, and that's the far right arrow, the arrow on the right side. It tells you what to do. That's going to put you on top of the fraction. And we want to put in 2 and 2/5, so we're going to put in a 2 for the 2/5. Another arrow is going to come up, and again, far right. And then it's going to go down, and you're going to put in 5 for 2/5. And then you're going to hit that same arrow, far right, and we've got 2 and 2/5 in. Okay, so that was second, n over d. Put in your mixed number. And so we're here, and now we're going to put in the times. Okay, times, which comes up as a star. Sorry about that. And then we're going to do another second over d, n over d. And we're going to put the second fraction in. Whoops. Okay, so again, I'm doing second n over d, which I'm pointing to right here. Second n over d. And then the mixed number boxes come up. So this is times 3 and 2/7. So I'm going to put in 3, far right arrow, 2, far right arrow, it goes down, 7. Far right arrow, brings it up. Okay, I've got my whole problem in, and now I'm going to hit enter. Okay, and it gives me 276 over 35. Okay, so we hit enter, and this comes up. 276 over 35. Okay, we don't want to leave it that way. Since we started out with mixed numbers, we want to end with a mixed number. So we're going to change this with the calculator back to a mixed number, and the calculator will do that for you. Okay, so leave that 276 over 35 in there. Okay. Oops, let me come down a bit. And to change it from a fraction, an improper fraction, back to a mixed number, I'm going to hit second x10n. So second and x10n, which is right next door to n over d. So I'm going to hit second x10n. Okay. So let's try that. Second x10n, which is right next door to n over d. Okay, some crazy looking thing is going to come up. You just need to hit enter. And there is my mixed number, and that's my final answer, 7 and 31 over 35. Okay, so all you need to do is hit enter, and your final answer will come up. Okay, so on the test, if you just want to do this, punch these in, and you'll get a mixed number. These will probably be on the multiple choice part, maybe one on the multiple choice, maybe one on the written, but you can just punch these in, or if you prefer to do them by hand, you can do them by hand. So let's clear that out. And let's try number 6, and that is -2 2/5 divided by 3 3/8. So use the directions that I just gave you, and let's try this on the calculator. Okay. So remember, I want second n over d. Let's see if I can get any closer. Okay, I want, whoops, sorry about this. I want second n over d. So second n over d right here. Okay, and my mixed number comes up, and I'm going to put it in, and it's negative. So negative key down here next to enter, sorry, negative key down here next to enter. So I'm going to put in -2, follow the arrows, and 2, again, always using this arrow here on the far right, 5ths, arrow again, so it's in, and divided by, and then we're going to put the second mixed number in, second n over d, right here, and we're going to put the second one in, 3 3/8. So 3, far right arrow, 3, far right arrow, 8, far right arrow. So my problem is in. I'm going to hit enter. And there is the improper fraction. But remember, I want to change that back to a mixed number. So remember, I'm going to go second x10n. Second x10n, which is right next door to n over d. And this whole thing comes up, hit enter. Oh, and there's, oh, it's not an improper fraction, it's a proper fraction. So the top isn't bigger than the bottom, so it just stays negative 32 over 45. So that one we can't change, but most of the time we can change it back to a mixed number. So I want you to try 15 and 16 on your own, and I'm going to pause and give you the answers when I come back. Okay, so here are the answers as mixed numbers for 15 and 16. So check that and make sure if you're doing it on the calculator or doing it by hand, here are your answers. And let me know how the calculator goes. If you need any more help with the calculator, just send me an email and let me know.